All right, so here today we're going to be checking out how did GC do in the month of July. We officially have the revenue report. We're going to go through it and see if the game popped off, if the game failed, or how the game did. Remember, this is the summer celebration. This is the waifu season. This is the reason they sold waifus. Did they sell a good number, or did they fail? Today we're going to find that out and see, is this one of the worst months for Nikkei? No, I already made the Nikkei video. Is this one of the worst months for GC, or one of the better ones? We'll find out. New to the channel, like and subscribe. It helps out a ton. Let's hop over there and let's see if they cooked up. Let's find out. First things first, to show my evidence and proof here, 701, that was the release of Somnox. That means that this entire month, every day, was a pure day for Somnox to have money made, all right? So basically, no layover money, no nothing. 701, fresh and early, Somnox release, so everything counted this month contains Somnox in it. Also, we have this over here, 715. That means you have about 3 or 2-ish, a little bit extra, right? 3-ish weeks, plus, because again, you know, we had extra days now with the extension. That's 715 onwards of pure money for Merlin. I will say this right now, they purposely sold because they definitely could have made a lot more money releasing some summer skins. They chose to not release a single summer skin. L devs, come on now. They released like 25 skins for SLA. They released like 5 or 6 skins for like Terror God, but for Nikkei, again, wrong game. Damn it, Nikkei released like 7 skins. I mean, don't even talk about that. For this game, not a single damn one, bro. That's why Nikkei's better. I'm just kidding. Keep it going. Over here, 729. That means about 2-ish days of the month was also Thor revenue. I'm not going to count out much from that because, again, a lot of players are waiting before they whale. A lot of players may have not been there on day 1 or day 2. Who knows? But again, 2 days, usually the first 2 days is like the biggest days of the update, but I won't count that because sometimes the layover of the month and whatever screws up the numbers. But what I will say is this, pure money of this, did the update do good? Let's find out. So hopping over here, this is all the money. Again, a lot of games over here, a lot of games. At least I can tell you now, GC is not doing the worst. BCM is definitely doing worse. A few other games are definitely doing worse. Tower of Fantasy, what the fudge happened to you? Oh my god. Okay, I mean, see that in my original video, but yeah, that's kind of rough. Black Clover over here, 600k. So we're doing better than that at least, right? Dislight over here doing pretty bad. Did BCM have a good month or a bad month? I don't know what released for BCM. I stopped covering it for a little bit, right? But yeah, BCM had such a good first month and then completely tanked out. So the game could have been better. I'm sad that it did end up going the way it did, but I definitely think they could have cooked that one up a little bit better. But you know, with all the delays and everything, most players just lost all hype in it and they just gave up. That's what happened, right? But beyond that, we're still doing pretty good. Tower got New World. I don't know what happened here. This is the anniversary month, and it's 1 million only. I love the game to death, but I don't know what happened, dog. It's a great game. I don't know how it's not doing as hot as it's supposed to, because the gameplay and everything is really good. It's damn good for an idle game. Probably one of the better idle games, but 1 mil on anniversary month is not the best. I will say they definitely fumbled because the collaborations bring the most hype to the game. And guess what? In Grand Cross, they announced more collaborations. In TOG, they canceled all collaborations. They just announced a new collab for October, but you have to realize we didn't get a collab in the last like 7 months because they canned it for some reason. So great stuff, but Bleach Brave Souls, not Soul Resonance. That game I'm still waiting for, but Brown Dust, you can see we're still doing pretty good here. Right here. There we go. 7DS Global. $2 million. Over here, Grand Cross JP, $2.3 million. So on the JP side of things, the game still performed pretty good. On the global side of things, the game fumbled. So maybe Global just didn't care for the waifu or whatever, but Global did not do too hot. Completely a half-cut revenue right there, which again is not too good for us. But is this one of the worst months? Yeah, it's one of the worst months for Global, correct? You can kind of see it here. For some reason, again, this thing doesn't have most of the months here, but only a few months here. Don't know why that is, but it's there. 2 million is compared to April, which is about Gother, and that's compared to about February, which I think was, I don't even know who the fudge February was, dog. Collaboration was January, so it can't be that. February was Arthur, maybe? Maybe that? I don't remember. I have no idea. Whatever February was, but again, not a good month, but it's standard, right? We haven't hit 1 mil or something below that, so it's still a standard month, right? Nothing too crazy, but JP still did pretty good. JP, this is like JP's usual, so it's average, but for some reason, Global didn't do that hot, didn't perform, but about 4.4 million, which is 4.3 million, which is not that bad. Plus KR usually is about like 400 and 500k, so you could say about $5 million, which again, give or take, it's not half bad. The game is still doing pretty good, even though it was summer season. I expected a little bit more revenue, but they still popped off in my opinion with the with the update. I will be honest though, yes, it's more of a lower month for global. Again, this is like our low, right? We have 5 mil over there. That was collaboration plus Melly. We had well, that was for JP. No, so maybe February was our collab. Yeah, maybe February is our TOG collab, right? Because our TOG collab landed at the end of January. So February was TOG. Okay, March I think was Arthur, because Arthur sold really well due to Gelda. April it was Gother 100% because Gother was the worst update we've ever had, and then 442. Again, this is the Annie with Escanor. That's that. So that makes a lot of sense. That makes a bit more sense. Correct. 2.5. So yeah, I'll take that. 1.4, 1.4. So TOG failed. So yeah, you can't consider this a failure or an update. It did do good on JP, right? It's not a failure. This is considered a failure. Because again, that's our lowest ever. Just global didn't do too hot for some reason. Maybe global didn't want the waifus or something, or who knows? Maybe waifus don't sell on global in comparison to JP. But that's what happened. So Sobnok did that much. We'll see how Thor does. I'm hoping that Thor does better because in my opinion, Thor was the better character, better designed character, and everything. I will say this right now. They definitely fumbled on this summer update with no summer cosmetics. You have to realize that it's such an L for a lot of players who wanted it. Also, again, they always make them paid for. So, anyways, it's an L for us too. But back in the day, we used to have so many good updates, and it just kind of sucks. But for the most part, it's not a failure, but it's definitely not as hot as it should have been. So, did GC fail? No, I think that Gother's still a failure. Gother is one of the biggest failure updates because again, look at that 2.4. So let's see. Because KR didn't do anything for Tower of God, right? So it's again 3.4 here, 1.4 plus again 2. It's 3.4. But KR was even worse. I think on Gother versus TOG. TOG, I think KR was better actually, because again it's a Korean IP. It did much better here, but Gother just failed for KR. KR didn't even give a damn. It was like 200k for KR, which is the lowest ever. So yeah, Gother was the worst update ever, but we haven't hit our worst update ever. So take that for a W. Take that for a W. Not our worst update ever, because again, JP carried us. So yeah, JP fell for the waifu aspect of it, but global stood strong. All right, they thought with the right head looks like. But yep, let me know what you think. We'll see exactly how the collaboration does. We'll see exactly how Thor does. Very curious about that. Game still makes good money. If Netmarble goes to can it, definitely an L on Netmarble's part. This game, it makes still solid revenue. You have to see BCM is still continuing to go, and that game is making less than $1 million a month, which is insanity. And TOG is still going. Again, it's a fresh game, so they already have so much cooked up and ready to go that there's no point to shut it down. But still, a lot of games keep going after one. Even if they're below 1 million, this game has been keeping up 4 to 5, 4 to 6, 4 to 7 million a month, which is still good. So game's not going anywhere, but I do hope that they continuously start to think correctly with some of these updates, right? Sobnok was a poorly released unit in the design and aspect and such, but and again, they also don't care about OC characters. They don't hype it up. They could have hyped up the OC update much more than they did. They chose not to. This was a dead up OC update, if anything, correct? Again, story, and that's really it. Most of the other stuff was just boring. So we'll see. But yeah, take care, have fun. That's been it for me. Let me know what you think.